Hey everyone, today we're going to do something a little bit different. Work has been really crazy and I've been very, very busy. So we're going to try and get through this with very minimal editing. So with that said, I want to talk about hair, particularly blonde hair. So many people just reach for the yellow, but that's not realistic. So let's get it realistic. I'm Mandy, and this is Mandy's Mini. Hey everyone. All right, so today we're going to talk about hair, specifically blonde hair. Few more things first. Please excuse my hands. I am coming off a long week with a lot of overtime, which is why we're doing the video in this format. And I'm trying to shove it in between commissions that I'm working on. So busy, busy, busy. And I also want to keep editing down as low as possible on this because I don't have time for a lot of it. So you're going to actually see every brush stroke that I do. And we're going to go through this nice and quick and hopefully still get you a lot of good information. Now, first thing is, black, white, gray hair. We're not going to worry about those. But all your other hair tones are all variants of browns. So you've got your brunettes, you've got your redheads. You can see that's a nice reddish brown. And then you've got your blondes. And now this is the recipe that I want to use for today. And what we're going to start with is Gobi Brown. This is scale 75. And this is a good shadow color. It's very yellowish brown. Then we're going to do some light earth. This is AK Interactive. And this is a beige. It looks very yellow on screen right now, but it actually isn't that yellow. It is more beige. And another good option would be a khaki, something along those lines. So you want to look more in the tan ranges than the yellow. And then for our highlight, we're going to go with Reaper Linen White. It's a very creamy white. And so those are going to be our colors. Now what I've started with is I've base coated the hair in our Gobi Brown. So we've got a nice yellow brown base for the hair. And then what I'm going to start with is taking some light earth, and we're going to just put that on in where the midtones would be. So I want to leave some areas where it would just be shadowed as the Gobi Brown. But the rest of it, we're going to come in and just get a nice coat of our midtone. Now your midtone is going to be what color is most dominant. And as you can see right here, you can see that it falls into that more beige tan range than yellow. So all the colors we're using still have a little bit of a yellow tone to them, a little yellow tint, but we're not going straight for the solid yellow. Okay. Now I'm going to go through and do a second coat. And with layering, like I'm doing, you want to leave a little less, or you want to add a little less every time. So I'm not actually going over every single, I'm not actually going over every single strand and every single place where I did it the first time. I'm just going to be working in smaller and smaller sections. Now I am trying a new camera position, which honestly, this is my second try at the video because all the footage the first time was completely out of focus. I don't have time for a third one, so we're going to try and keep this in focus, but if it goes out of focus, I'm sorry, I'm still learning this. Okay. Now this is a mix of the light earth and white linen, about 50-50. And I am putting it just where the highlights would be. And a good rule of thumb for the highlights on hair is to do around the crown, which is the area I'm just doing right there, the crown. And then any curved parts. So here we've got this nice curve. So we're going to get that. And then we've got a couple little curves up here that we're going to hit. Okay. And then next, we're going to hit it again. Once again, a little bit smaller of an area. That helps give us transition between colors. Okay. And now I'm going to take it all the way up to the white linen. And we're going to do a little smaller areas. And this is how you make hair look shiny. So especially for your female models, it's a great look. You just got to remember to get that smaller area. You can't be as large. Okay. And I'm going to do a second coat because I really want to make sure that stands out. Those highlights. Now as you're layering, your highlights will go faster because you're not covering as much. It's one of the nice parts about layering. It goes a little bit faster every layer you do because you're covering just a little bit less and a little bit less. Okay. So now we have nice blonde hair, but it doesn't look quite right. And how we're going to fix that is we're going to go back with our shadow color, the Gobi Brown, and I'm just going to break up these chunks of hair. So we're going to add a few little breaks in the highlights and bring a little bit more detail there because not every strand highlights. And when you get a little too much, if you accidentally do like I just did, you can always go back and try and touch it up. Once again, I apologize about this. It's a new camera angle and it is right in my face. But if it makes it easier for you guys to see, that should be better. And you want to touch very lightly when you're trying to go thin. That's something that I still struggle with. I'm can be kind of aggressive with my brushes. So, but there we go. Now we've got some highlights. We've got shadows. And we've got blonde hair that looks blonde and not yellow. Not my best work, but definitely some of my fastest. So, especially for blonde hair. So I hope you did get something out of this. And if so, let me know if you have any suggestions, other ideas for videos, other ways of painting hair, and other recipes for blonde. Please be sure to share them. Share the video. Be sure you like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And hopefully things will be calmed down and we'll be back on track for the next one. Until then, have fun and keep creating.